second and third quarter on their feet, including Seth Meyers sitting right next to us and Kevin Costner a couple of seats down. Seth, another great performance on Saturday Night Live last night. He told me he didn't get to sleep till 5 in the morning after he did the show. So he had to kind of wipe the sleep out of his eyes to get here for the 1 p.m. start. But Seth and the Celebs are coming back in big numbers with the excitement back around the Knicks. Novak to catch, Novak, J.R. Smith, and Lin. Jeremy on the drive, and one for Jeremy Lin. Got the bang in the bucket.
The reason why that basket is so big, Jerry Lee Lin had 1 turnover at halftime. He had 3 in this quarter, but he is not going to stop attacking the basket. That's what you love about his game. He's dynamite in the second half.
QB, that's down in Chinatown at Bayard Street there in Hong Kong Station. Fans are gathering to watch Jeremy Lin perform. That's a live shot as they are watching the game there. Jeremy Lin's games have been seen live overseas in Taiwan. The entire Asian American community very excited about the attention that Lin has earned with his play on the floor. A 3 for Vince Carter takes the Dallas lead back up to 11.
Well, Vince Carter can't fly like the early days where he'd play at the top of the box above the rim. But he's shooting 46 in threes, so you've got to go, oh, right. Come on now. He came out of that last timeout. He knew that he turned it over 3 times in this quarter, and now look what he did. He said, I'm going right back down inside, and I'm going to challenge. He has the ability to take the hit at 6'3", 200, and readjust the shot. Watch this. See, that's the beauty of his game once he gets into traffic and he shoots the ball. They're creeping back.
He's legit, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, come on, Mike.
It's not just a couple of weeks.
He's learning how to play point guard, the toughest position that we have out there, and he's doing it in games that count. And he's playing against guys that he's never played against. And the big thing is he's adjusting night in and night out to all of the different defenses that he's seeing.
Wright comes across, 4-2, Brandon Wright. When the Carolina Tar Heels sets up another.
Tell you, he comes in and he scores right away, Mike. I tell you, he moves really well without the ball, and he's dynamite from the foul line down. Big thing right now is if they're not going to trap me hard, just take my time.
J.R. Smith has it knocked away. Got off to the hot start. Clock running down. Lin got fouled by Marion from behind.
I just want to bring out another point about Jeremy's game. The guy is playing 38 minutes a game. We're talking about the last time he probably played 38 minutes on a consistent basis was at Harvard. Okay, I mean, you think about this now. He's making minimum money, and you look at the points and the rebound, and the assists and the field goal percentage, and he gets to the foul line 8 times a game. You know, they're awesome numbers.
Heather, you spoke to somebody who's watching this from overseas with great interest.
Yeah, you said that Linsanity has gone worldwide. Well, yes, to China. I talked to Yao Ming this morning from Shanghai, where he's going to school. He and Jeremy Lin have developed a friendship over the years. Jeremy calls Yao a role model, and the two have communicated often over the last 2 weeks. Yao told me, if any of my experience can help him, I'd like to share it with him. But most of the time, I'm just his friend. I tell him how proud I am of him. I also remind him to take care of himself and to remember that things are going to get tougher. Now, Yao and I also talked about the extent of Linsanity in China. Yao said, honestly, I can't go outside on the streets. He's still living in his own version of Yao sanity. But he did confirm Jeremy Lin is all over the covers of virtually every magazine and newspaper throughout China.
Yeah, thanks, Heather. A tough hit taken on the floor as Tyson Chandler was fouled. Lamar Odom's called for the offensive foul. An awkward fall again. Second time on the wrist for Chandler.
Now you can see Lamar Odom did not push off with the inside forearm. Tyson just came across, left his man, and went for that block. And it's unfortunate because that was really a thud.
Yeah, he's again flexing that wrist. That he came down on both wrists in the first half, but his tailbone took the worst of that fall. 100 seconds left here in the third. Lin has scored the last 6 for the Knicks. Getting New York back within 9. And he'll take a 3. Rebounded by Vince Carter for Dallas. Mavs going for 7 straight, trying to get to 10 over 500 as they hit their high water mark of the season. Carter a 3. There's Chandler still grimacing after the fall.
Yeah, he's a tough time stepping out.
Lin off the wing. Terry waiting, J.R. Smith. With those first three, nothing fallen since for J.R. Again, was in China playing, went there because of the lockout. Little step back, J.R. Smith. And very important, as both Rick Carlisle and Mike D'Antoni pointed out, in game shape, although the pace here is going to be different and higher than what he saw over playing China.
The size of the player, the quickness of the player, and then also the guys who are guarding him, they know his game. They've played against him for years. Good defense here now, just don't foul.
Odom over Jeffries. Rebound by Smith.
You got to get something out here in transition.
Knicks putting together a good close to the quarter. Lin on the take, fading.
Bad shot.
Jeffries.
But second chance points. Second chance points. The Knicks have been able to stay in the game. They're doing an excellent job.
Good pressure in the backcourt.
And
Lin the steal to the basket.
They're right back.
Final 10. Jason Terry a three. End of the quarter and a great comeback by the Knicks. A 7-0 run to end the third, and Jeremy Lin once again brings them all, even the celebrities like Seth Meyers, to their feet. Great defense by Jeffries. Lin the takeaway. He has 22 points, 8 assists, 3 steals, 4 turnovers in this game. From Chinatown to Midtown, all over the city, they're loving Jeremy Lin. Within 3, after 3.
Okay, look. When gas prices jump, you still gotta work. So suddenly you're cutting back on everything from family vacations to cell phone minutes. Well, here's a thought. How about cutting back on gas? Here's how. The Ford F-150. It gets 23 highway miles per gallon. That's the best. So you can get the job done and get a break at the pump. Yeah, how's that sound? This is the future. This is the Ford F-150.
Everyone wants that Taco Bell $5 box because everyone wants the new PlayStation Vita. Only Taco Bell is giving PS Vitas away before you can get one anywhere else. Get the box, enter the code, and see if you're an instant winner. There's one for every 15 minutes. Willing to do more for a chance to get one? Download our mobile app to find out how.
NBA League Pass delivers the most NBA games with more ways to watch. Sign up now to follow your favorite players and your favorite team on your choice of screens. Watch on TV, online, or on your mobile device.
Playing really well. We just got to keep them from scoring all the time. The mismatches hurt us a little bit.
Dirk Nowitzki had a 13-point third quarter. What adjustments do you make against him in the fourth?
Well, that's why they win in that championship, because he's that good.
Coach, thank you.
I giggle. Thank you, Heather. I giggle because Heather interviewed Doug Collins at the end of the third quarter Friday night in Philadelphia. He gave the same answer. There is no answer for Nowitzki when he's rolling. Lin in the paint. Novak for three in the tie. Got them all. Jeff Van Gundy always says that's the best three-point shooter he's ever seen, Steve Novak, who was on his bench in Houston.
Since Jeremy Lin is in the starting lineup, Novak is getting a game. He's averaging 12 points. He's a very dangerous three-point shooter.
Lamar Odom cannot break the 10-0 run. Jason Terry has it underneath. The shot clock reset. It should not. Monty McCutcheon right on it. They'll get that organized.
Now just keep an eye on this. Now watch as he goes down inside. See, he's reading this perfectly now. Anytime that you have that congestion, the corners are open. And Novak, one of the better three-point shooters that we have in the league. You give him time on the catch, and then you give him opportunities, he's going to shoot a high percentage in threes.
42% for his career. So the shot clock apparently ironed out at 10. Monty back over there. Derek Richardson, Gary Zielinski also working the game tonight. Today, I should say. Dominique Jones out of South Florida back in. Scored 46 points once against Providence. Was the first team All Big East performer. And as mentioned in the first half, played Summer League with Dallas with Jeremy Lin, but made a bad pass to Jason Terry, and the Knicks have a chance to take the lead.
See, the Knicks in this game, very quietly, they have 10 steals. You get 10 steals, you'd lead the league if you did it every single night. And 7 of them, 4 by Fields and 3 by Lin.
Novak.
Just don't force anything.
Takes the 2, and the Knicks lead.
Excellent ball fake. Because of his notoriety, the defender went out there and jumped at him, and then perfect ball fake, step inside.
12 in a row for the Knicks. Looking to get it to Nowitzki. Odom instead takes it himself. Jones out of the corner for 3, got them all.
He's done a very nice job. In the last 2 games, he's played a ton of minutes off the bench, mainly because Jason Terry, was on a leave of absence, and he made a heavy contribution, especially in Philly Friday night.
Nice slip by Lin to get it to Jeffries, and the foul is called. Hubie, we have seen a few times with Lin over this stretch of games his ability to keep the dribble alive as he plays point guard. Very similar to what Steve Nash did in this Mike D'Antoni system.
Well, he used the hesitation like he just did on that play. And that's when you see him at his best. Unfortunately, every so often, he'll just say, I'm going all the way, and he gets jammed up in traffic, and that's where he'll either lose the ball or he'll get a shot block. But you have to understand that he gets there so many times and he scores or he makes the perfect pass because of his extraordinary vision that he has. But you got to give it to him because he's physically tough and he's mentally tough.
In the 20-point 10-assist game, Dirk Nowitzki here in a lengthy conversation with Derek Richardson. Another delay of game warning. The Knicks already have 1 delay of game. But Dallas has been given 1. A second yields a technical foul. Jeffries ties the game at 78.
Now, Jeffries has been playing extremely well in these 8 games. He anchors the back of his defense. Now, look, they're small out there. Jeffries is the biggest guy that they have out on the floor.
Brandon Wright isolated on Novak. He's off. Lin has the rebound.
I like this group. Every time in the Laker game, they were sensational, these guys, because they covered for one another.
Lin dives, trying to keep it alive. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Dallas. It'll be Nick Ball.
Hey, Lin was lucky that time. If you're going to turn your back, you cannot stay at the same level. Just watch. So you can't turn your back because the NBA player, the long arms, they'll reach in right behind you and knock it out. If you're going to turn, you got to come back out the half court and create space.
Lin goes baseline on Jones.
Nice pass out
By Shumpert to Smith. JR short. Shumpert keeps the trip alive. Shot clock running down. And an air ball there, so it's a shot clock violation. As the shot that was put up by JR and never touched the rim.
What the Knicks are getting very good at is once you get a double team, wherever the double team is, the first pass very seldom will open you up against a outstanding defensive team, but the second pass will. And we're seeing that tonight. They're very unselfish.
Terry gets inside. You said they're small right now with Chandler on the bench. There's nobody there at the rim.
That's exactly right.
There goes Smith right at Nowitzki. Couldn't finish with the left hand. And on the rebounding action, foul on the Knicks. So JR got off to a great start, but he has gone ice cold of late.
Well, I count this out to fatigue, all right? Come on now. You just don't fly from China, and then all of a sudden you come into this area, and then you work things out in a couple of days that your body is going to adjust. But more important, you haven't been playing basketball, and you have not played with this team right here.
It's the middle of the night. The body clock has been on for the last few months. About 4 a.m. Nowitzki. He misses the 3. Odom inside as it's slapped away by Novak. And then it was Jeffries who got hit in the face. And the foul's called on Odom.
Now for the Knicks, this is a scrappy group that's out there, and they cover for one another. No shot blocking, but they're going to try to steal the ball for you or get a deflection. At the other end, I like what Dallas is doing. They're trying to hurt them down below the foul line by posting up different guys.
To correct that foul on Wright, not Odom.